how is this America's Competitiveness Forum stacking up to the past 3 that you've attended?
You know, we're very excited to have the America's Competitiveness Forum back in Georgia for the 3rd time. This year's attendance is just about like it was a couple of years ago, which in this global recession that we're coming out of is really, really good news. But I think the big difference is that the competitiveness councils from the Americas are much more engaged in the topic and the conversation, and I know there's been a lot of ancillary conversations among the competitiveness councils. I think that's really what sets this apart from the last 3 America's Competitiveness Forums.
Great. And what has been the Georgia Department of Economic Development's involvement this year?
The Department of Economic Development is a supporting organization, one of the partners for this event. The City of Atlanta, of course, through CFAL is the lead organization, but we're really glad to support those efforts. Also, one of the things that we're doing is leveraging this event to really showcase our offices in the Americas. As you know, the Department of Economic Development has offices in Canada, Mexico, Brazil, and Chile, and those offices are there to attract investment to our state and promote export opportunities for Georgia companies, as well as identify tourism opportunities for us.
And this forum has some services offered by the U.S. Foreign Commercial Service. Have you heard any reports about how that program is going?
You know, it's so exciting because the U.S. Commercial Service has brought in their senior commercial officers from throughout the hemisphere. They've made appointments for U.S. companies so that you've got a single place to come, engage with those folks, everything from finding out would my product work in these markets to helping them with a tailored approach and identifying buyers in those particular markets. So yes, I think those appointments are going quite well, and it's wonderful to see that kind of turnout from throughout the hemisphere. The Atlanta director is George Tracy, and they are co-located along with the Department of Economic Development. They have a staff of 4 people in that office, but they also have a Savannah office as well that covers the southern half of the state, and that office is headed by Todd Gherkin.
And how will Georgia participate in the America's Competitiveness Forum in the future?
You know what, that's a great question. Next year it's going to be held in the Dominican Republic. While our budget has not been approved for next year, and of course won't be for several more months, I can tell you that's definitely on the table for consideration for next year about not only how do we participate, but how do we leverage that for the benefit of small and medium-sized companies. I know when we had the event in Chile, we partnered with the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, and we took a delegation of companies down. We arranged one-on-one appointments for them, as well as had a seminar on doing business in Georgia that was attended by over 100 folks from Chile. So we'll definitely be looking at the possibility of repeating that, but again, that won't be known for sure until we get our budget, not sometime in the spring.